at Guiliante's Machine Tool Incorporated right here in Peekskill, New York. And you guys are about to see something that you've probably never seen before. So before we even start, just tell everybody your name and the name of the business and how long you've been in business here in Peekskill.
Sure. Hi, my name is Marcelo Guiliante. We're about a 40-year-old company. We've been in Peekskill since 2009. We're up to approximately 30 employees, and we're a precision manufacturer of gears, mostly for the aerospace industry.
Now, this is impressive. So for those who are watching right now, just right here in the back, this is just some of the stuff that they've done. And this is a lot of the gears you mentioned before, and you shape them here, you design them here, and you submit them to wherever they need to go right here in this facility. So I like to save this question for the end, but because I'm so impressed, I'm going to ask you up front, what is your favorite part about having this job and this business? Like, what do you admire the most about doing what you do?
Mostly, I'd say the challenges, going from raw material and going out the finished product that you know what it's going to do, is self-gratifying. The rest of it is the business end of it, which isn't as exciting, but making things is fun.
Good. So we're gonna go check out the machinery and everything a little bit too. But the average, like the average gear, I guess, like how long does it take to make? You know, like I know you got bigger ones, you got smaller ones, you got large ones. How long does it take usually to finalize each gear?
We are going complete to a drawing, so some of our gears we can make in about 2 weeks. Some of them go up to a little over a year, depending on the complexity.
To me, when we were walking around earlier about airplane. Something that you guys do with the airplane gears or something like that. Can you just give the people at home watching a little bit of insight on that?
Sure. Most of our customers are in the actuation industry. So what they'll do is make doors open and close, wings move up and down. We also do some flight safety. So we'll make parts that go from the main rotor on a helicopter all the way to the back, and things along that nature is typically what we do.
This is absolutely awesome. So for those at home, we're going to take a quick tour. We're going to show you around a little bit, and I hope you'll be just as excited as I am. So we're going to let you take the lead, and we will follow you. All right. So we're going to walk into this first room right here, which is awesome. So I guess you can give us a little bit, hey, how you doing? Give us a little insight about what happens in this room that we're in right now.
Sure. This is our inspection area, so every part that comes off of a machine goes through here at some point or another. Make sure it meets the drawing requirements, and we have some automated equipment as well as some manual equipment, your classic micrometers and other measuring instruments as well.
Okay. And now you said from a machine, meaning like an airplane or something of that nature?
Well, the machine's actually out on the floor that make the parts. The parts will come in here. We'll take a look at them and make sure they all are good.
Okay. So you know what he's actually doing now?
He's basically looking at a magnification of the part. It's coming up on that screen, and then he's using the machine to actually measure the dimensions on it. So it's almost like a picture, like a 2D picture of it.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned earlier that you have about 20 to 30 employees in this building alone. Are they all like engineers, or you mentioned some maybe engineers, machinists?
We do hire mostly machinists. We have about 4 or 5 engineers on staff now, as well as a few inspectors and office staff as well.
Okay, so now we're in the big room, and I'm at a loss for words. I would have never thought that something like this was in Peekskill. So since we're on camera and walking by this machine first, I guess you can tell us a little bit about what happens in this room and also about this machine right next to us, for example.
Okay. This is our main production floor where all of our machines and all our work floor employees do work all day. Mm-hmm. The machines we have are anything from your basic 2-axis lathes, 3-axis mills, up to machines like this that has, I think, about 7 managed axis at the moment. We have a bigger one, which is back over there, which we'll see later, and we have some automation projects on some of these machines as well.
And these machines create the shapes of all of the gears and everything else like that?
Yep. They all work a little differently, and you cycle through them and make sure that back in inspection the parts are good, and then every machine has its own special purpose.
Wow. So we'll take a look around a little bit more. Okay. So this one is actually running right now, and as you can see, there's oil, and it's a consistent movement. Can you explain to us what's actually happening right now? Why the oil? Why the movement? What's going on?
In this particular machine, we're shaping an internal gear. So what's happening is the tool that you see going up and down is actually putting the gear teeth into the part that's being held on the bottom. Both the tool on the and the bottom part will rotate together. The cycle just ended, so you're going to see the machine open up. So you can see the full tool, and then at that point you'll have a finished gear part to take a measurement, make sure it's good, and then move it on to the next process.
Look at that, and it opens up and lets you know that it's done. I'm assuming an employee will come, take it out, check all the configurations and the numbers and whatnot, and it'll be set to go?
Correct.
So what is this machine called?
This is a Cnc Gear Shaper. It's made by Mitsubishi in Japan, and it handles a part up to about 20 inches in diameter and about 5 inches on a gear face. So it's a good machine, accurate. We've had it for a couple of years, and we're probably going to get another one soon.
So me and my partner, Mike Miner, consider this the robot. So tell us a little bit about this right here.
We had a special request from one of our newer customers to put in something that was more facilitated to higher volume production. So we ended up putting on a cell. We already had the machine, which is a gear hopper, and the cell itself was added on after. The nice thing about the robot is it has 3 drawers, which it'll pull out, load and unload from, as well as knock the burr, which is the little pieces of metal that are left after we do cut the gear, and put it back in the drawer, all while the machine is running. We can get about 12 hours of unattended using this robot cell in particular.
You said about 12 hours.
Yeah, we can go about 12 hours. So we've left it running overnight as well. Some of the machines we have can actually email you or text you if something goes wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, I tend to turn my phone off after about 8 o'clock at night because I'm not coming back. But.
What? I can't even text people when something's wrong at a certain time. To have a machine do it is absolutely awesome. And so how long have you had this machine?
This machine, the robot itself, we've had for about 4 or 5 years now. The machine's a little bit older, but you couldn't really tell. And I think the robot cell paid for itself in the first 7-8 months of use.
Wow. This just is an example of how advanced technology really is. But to know that this is right here in our own backyard is beyond me. Like, I still can't. I would have never seen anything like this had I not come into your facility. Because, again, like we said earlier, you don't think about things that actually have to be made. You just look at the actual final product. When you see a plane, you don't think that a lot of the gears and parts of that plane had to be made at a location similar to this, you know.
Yeah, the amount of organization for something like an actual aircraft is phenomenal, because you've got somewhere upwards of 1 million parts all kind of working together. And if one part's late, whether it's a screw or something that's, 1,000 times more expensive, the plane can't be built. So production would stop.
Awesome. So how do you develop, or should I say, increase your clientele? Is there a lot of, well-known airline companies, they just know to come here, or you advertise so they reach out to you when they need? Or
we do have approvals with most of the large primes, such as Boeing, Lockheed. Mostly word of mouth is the way we pick up business, because cold calling nobody usually enjoys, especially in our industry.
Right.
So there's a lot of certifications and paperwork on the back end of it all that has to be completed for quality approval for the larger companies. Yeah.
Okay, good. So now I know you said the robot's working overtime, but what time are you usually here during the week? Are you like a 9 to 5 type of thing? You come in and work and get out? Are you here overnights too, or how does that work for you?
We're currently running a 1 10-hour shift Monday to Friday. We start at 7. We close about 5:30. Saturdays we'll work about a half day depending on need.
Letting us come here and check this out. Again, I'm so impressed about everything that I see in here. I've never even imagined that I'd ever get to see anything like this. So knowing that it's in Peekskill is beyond a blessing. But your father started this business years ago, and you're pretty much spearheading it now. But for those at home who would like to see more about it, they can find more information. If you have a website, a social media, Facebook, anything, just share that with us now so they can take a look at it later on.
Sure. The easiest way is www.gmtgear.com is our website. We do have a Facebook page, but it's not updated as regularly as the website. That will change one day.
Okay, soon enough. And so, again, thank you for allowing us to come through here. I hope everybody at home enjoyed this as much as I did. I still can't get over how this is actually in the city of Peekskill. I would have never thought. So thank you for bringing such a great business here to Peekskill and continuing your success with your father's beginning. And we wish you nothing but success in this business.
No problem. Thank you.
My pleasure.